British lawmakers have made their decision. After a long and often rancorous national debate, they've decided to vote no on the latest proposed Brexit deal.
The ayes to the right, 242. The noes to the left, 391. So the noes have it. The noes have it.
The Speaker of the British House of Commons announcing the result of a vote on the Prime Minister's Brexit plan. It's a huge loss for Theresa May, who's been struggling to meet the demands of Brexit supporters for many months. So the struggle isn't over just yet. The road ahead is still full of complications. And Theresa May says she profoundly regrets the rejection of her deal, the second time she has faced such a defeat. She says she is calling for a free vote tomorrow in which MPs can decide whether they want to leave the EU without a deal at all. Here is some of what she had to say after the latest Brexit deal was rejected.
This is an issue of grave importance for the future of our country. Just like the referendum, there are strongly held and equally legitimate views on both sides. For that reason, I can confirm that this will be a free vote on this side of the House. I have personally struggled with this choice, as I'm sure many other honourable members will. I'm passionate about delivering the result of the referendum, but I equally passionately believe that the best way to do that is to leave in an orderly way with a deal. And I still believe that there is a majority in the House for that course of action. And I'm conscious also of my duties as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of the potential damage to the Union that leaving without a deal could do when one part of our country is without devolved governance. I can therefore confirm that the motion will read that this House declines to approve leaving the European Union without a withdrawal agreement and a framework on the future relationship on the 29th of March 2019, and notes that leaving without a deal remains the default in UK and EU law unless this House and the EU ratify an agreement.
Opposition leader Jeremy Corbyn was quick to respond in Parliament. He's hinting that the government should call an election over the defeat.
This party will put forward our proposals again, which are about a negotiated customs union, access to the market and protection of rights. Those are the ones we'll put forward. We believe there may well be a majority for them, but there will also be the potential of negotiating them. The Prime Minister has run down the clock, and the clock has been run out on her. Maybe it's time instead we had a general election and the people could choose who their government should be.
The CBC's Kayla Hounsell has been with us through the day, helping us understand developments in this complex story. So, Kayla, what happened in there?
Well, Andrew, this is yet another humiliating defeat for Theresa May. As we heard, she said she profoundly regrets this result this evening. Her divorce deal with the European Union has now been rejected again, this time by 149 votes. You may remember in January, her deal was overwhelmingly rejected by 230 votes. And since then, Theresa May has been seeking legally binding changes to the Irish backstop. That's the insurance policy that guarantees there will never be a return of a hard border between Ireland and Northern Ireland. And in fact, just last night, Theresa May told MPs that she had been able to achieve some of what they were asking for. She had a joint statement with the EU that said that Irish backstop would not be permanent. But then also today, Britain's Attorney General said that while the new agreement reduced the risk for the UK when it comes to remaining in that backstop with the European Union indefinitely, it did not eliminate that risk. And so what we have just seen a short time ago with this crushing defeat for Theresa May is that obviously she was not able to secure enough for the MPs.
So this story is far from over. What happens now?
Yes, that's the million-dollar question now. Theresa May has said all along that if this deal was defeated tonight, she would put another vote to MPs tomorrow. They would get a chance to vote on whether they want to leave the European Union with no deal on March 29th. And just a few moments ago in Parliament, she reiterated that they will get that chance. And she has said that her side of the House will be given a free vote. So she seems to have given up on trying to lead Brexit and letting her MPs vote for that how they see fit. If they reject that again, then they will be given another chance to vote on Thursday, in which they will be asked whether they want to delay Brexit. Here's what Prime Minister Theresa May had to say about the options.
But let me be clear. Voting against leaving without a deal and for an extension does not solve the problems we face. The EU will want to know what use we mean to make of such an extension. And this House will have to answer that question. Does it wish to revoke Article 50? Does it want to hold a second referendum? Does it want to leave with a deal but not this deal? These are unenviable choices. But thanks to the decision that the House has made this evening, they are choices that must now be faced.
And this is not just raising yet more uncertainty about Brexit, how and when Britain will leave the European Union, but also about the Prime Minister's own future. We've seen opposition Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn just a short time ago calling for her to call a general election. In fact, earlier today, a senior Tory MP, so a member of Theresa May's own party, saying that if she were to lose this vote tonight, as she now has, that she should call a general election within days or weeks. So, Andrew, there was a lot riding on this vote, not just for the Prime Minister, but also, of course, the country.
Kayla, thank you. That is the CBC's Kayla Hounsell live in London.